Your Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Your Excellency Dr. Hussein Ali Hassan Mwinyi, President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Zanzibar Revolutionary Council, former President Alhaji Ali Hassan Mwinyi, former President Tamani Karume, the first and second Vice President of Zanzibar, Mama Ana Mkapa and family, honorable ministers from the Union and Zanzibar government, Dr. Adeline Kimambo, Chair of the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation, members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Helen Senkoro, CEO of the Mkapa Foundation, members of the Diplomatic Corps, fellow invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I thank the organizers for inviting me and for associating me with this historic event. I commend the board and management of the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation for conceiving the idea of having this symposium and for organizing it so well. The late President Benjamin William Mkapa, my big brother, my friend, my leader, my mentor, and my predecessor, very much deserves this kind of treatment. Celebrating his life and living his legacy are the right things to do. I'm glad this symposium is reminding us on the importance of doing that and on how best to do it. I'm hoping this will not be a one-off event, but it is going to be held from time to time and probably at regular intervals. Excellency President, distinguished participants, I've known and worked with the late President Benjamin Mkapa for over 4 decades, before and after he became president, and later after he retired. Both of us were members of the National Executive Committee of Chama cha Mapinduzi since the 1980s to 2006, when he retired as chairman of the party. But I continued for another 10 years before I also retired in 2016. When he was a member of parliament for Nanyumbu constituency in Masasi district, in 1988, I had the rare privilege and honor of being the party secretary for that district. Later, for 7 years, we were together in the cabinet of our second president, His Excellency Ali Hassan Mwinyi. I started deputy minister for energy minerals, then I became minister for water, energy and minerals, and then minister of finance. He was minister of foreign affairs. Later he became minister for science and higher education, science and technology. When he was elected president, first time in 1995, and second time the year 2000, he appointed me to be his foreign minister. For all the 10 years he served at the highest office of our nation. This was the time we came to work closely, and I became one of his confidants, not only on diplomacy, but on other national issues as well. I am eternally grateful that when I contested the presidency in the year 2005, to succeed him, he supported me unconditionally. When I became president, he was one of my dependable confidants and a reliable advisor. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, throughout his life in public service, as a civil servant, to be particular as a foreign service officer, as a journalist, as ambassador, member of parliament, minister, and president, he put service to the people at the top, as a top priority agenda. He was a very bright guy, no doubt about it, big brain. He was visionary, hardworking, very eloquent, both in writing and speech. A great Pan-Africanist and an unwavering believer and promoter of regional and African unity and integration. He was passionate in the pursuit of his goals and uncompromising on issues he had strong beliefs in. He was tough, and at times he was rough. When it was necessary for him to be one. Maana wakati mwingine unalazimika kidogo kuwa. But he was a very compassionate person who cared for the sick, the poor, the suffering, and the disadvantaged. There are a number of policy initiatives and measures he took, as well as instruments he put in place and institutions he established, which speak for themselves about how compassionate Benjamin William Mkapa was. In the interest of time, the institutions are many. Allow me, Madam President, to mention a few of these. He established the Primary Education Development Program, MEM, Mpango wa Maendeleo ya Elimu ya Msingi, which was meant to revamp primary education and make it accessible to all children of primary school age. President Mkapa conceived the Tanzania Development Vision 2025 to take this great nation of ours from a least developed country to a middle income status. He established TACAIDS to spearhead the fight against HIV and AIDS. Dr. Fatima Mrisho knows it better than most of us. Wewe ndio ulikuwa wa kwanza? Wa pili. He established he conceived the Tanzania Growth and Poverty Reduction Strategy, Mkukuta, to help people move from poverty to prosperity. Later, the Tanzania Social Action Fund, to improve livelihoods in poor families at household levels. The list is long. In the interest of time, those men and everybody else who has spoken, they have mentioned a number of them. Your Excellencies, it was his compassionate heart which led President Mkapa to establish the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation in April 2006, with the objective of advancing the health agenda in Tanzania and Africa. He was the founder and settler. He chose a very able man, young man, to be chair of the Board of Trustees in the name of Dr. Hussein Ali Hassan Mwinyi. I think I'm getting the record correct. You were a Minister of State at that time? Because you were Minister of State in my time. Yeah? Yeah? Well, the foundation was established in 2006. And at that time, he was Minister of State in the office of the Vice President. Guided by the vision of his founder and settler, and the able stewardship of the board chair, strong foundation was built, which has enabled the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation to become a formidable and a world-renowned institution it is today. Hearty congratulations to its founder and settler, but many compliments to Dr. Hussein Mwinyi for his able leadership and laying solid foundation for this wonderful institution. Also thumbs up to the successive chairs of the board after Dr. Mwinyi, and to the illustrious CEO, Dr. Helen, for a job very well done. Kazi ya bongo na mikono yenu zinaonekana. Excellencies, I was privileged to have witnessed the establishment of this wonderful institution. I'm happy to say that the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation was born, grew, and thrived during my administration. I gave them all the necessary support they needed to make sure that it stands on its feet and it performs its objectives, its mission and vision. At the time of its establishment, our country was in the grip of the menace of HIV and AIDS, malaria and tuberculosis as major health-related risks. Also, there was a serious shortage of human resource for health in our health facilities. The Benjamin Mkapa Foundation volunteered to work hand in glove with the government to find homegrown solutions to these and other challenges facing the health sector. In doing so, the foundation complemented my government's efforts in implementing the 10-year primary health care development program. In fact, ours was a successor to the President Mkapa's national health policy. Because when I came in, there was already a 10-year program, national health policy, which was ending in 2007. So we came up with a successor program. That is what we call primary health care. Mpango wa maendeleo wa afya ya msingi, MAM. Mkapa alikuwa na MEM ya elimu. Mimi nikawa na MAM, mpango wa maendeleo ya afya ya msingi. A 10-year program from 2007 to 2017, and the fifth state government came up with another program which is now being implemented. Your Excellency, one of the toughest challenges I faced during my presidency was about getting skilled health workers to work in the needy but challenging settings, despite the fact that we in government were able and ready to pay their personal emoluments and other benefits. We had the money to pay them, but we had difficulties sending those people there. You appoint them, they would go and say, oh, nakwenda kuchukua mizigo yangu. He never comes back. So this was one of our biggest challenges. The Benjamin Mkapa Foundation came in to work with us in government, develop innovative health HRH solutions. The Mkapa Fellows and the others are part of this innovative program. As a result, we were able to retain 1,147 skilled health workers who later transitioned to government systems, both in Tanzania, mainland, and Zanzibar. They started with them. Later, we picked them up because they're already there. We had the problems of taking them there and making them stay. Now that they were already there, we said, okay, fine, now we are going to take them and employ them, become our employees. The foundation provided scholarships to about 937 health workers, pre-service training for 937 health workers. Furthermore, through collaborative efforts with our government, development partners, the foundation was able to construct 482 staff houses at primary health facilities. Because the other problem we had was that you take somebody and there was no accommodation. This young man comes from the university. He goes there. He's so excited. It's okay, this is your office. So where do you stay? Tafuta. Taka wapi tafuta. So he goes there, he looks at the houses. Some of them are matembe too. So he says, okay, I'm coming. Let me just go and get organized. Never comes back. So the support we got on the construction of housing for the health professionals was a big shot in the arm for the government, for which we are grateful. But as it has already been said, the foundation also constructed and equipped 11 operating theaters, 55 health providers, trained 55 health providers on comprehensive obstetric care. To cap it all, Benjamin Mkapa helped train health managers from 134 local government authorities. They've been critical partners, important partners, demanding from us nothing other than the opportunity to be able to work. The remarkable investments contributed not only to retaining skilled health workers, but also to increase the patients enrolled in HIV care and treatment. You know, at the beginning, people were, even the medical professionals, they were shying away from handling AIDS patients. But with the support we got from the Mkapa Foundation, the people, the skilled personnel we got, at least this barrier was sort of removed, and we got more and more people now coming to the health facilities. Because at that time, to say that to be diagnosed that you are HIV positive was a big problem. So with these professionals, we were able now to handle people better. That was a remarkable contribution in the improvement of Tanzania's efforts to address the effects of the HIV and the AIDS pandemic. In collaboration with many partners and the efforts of the government, we were able in 2015, in fact, we were able to meet the MDG for reduction of infections from HIV 1 year ahead of 2015, because we moved it from 7.1 to 5.1 by 2015 when I left office. We were able to this is one I think, we were, of the MDGs, we were able to attain 2 on HIV reductions and child mortality. But we failed to meet the target for maternal mortality and newborn mortality. It is still a problem up to this day. We are still grappling with it. So I'd like to use this opportunity to applaud the Foundation for being a reliable and dependable partner of the government of the Republic of Tanzania and the Revolutionary Government of Zanzibar. Please stay the course and continue to do the good work. I trust you and continue with that. I would also like to commend our 2 governments, the Union Government and the Zanzibar Government, for sustaining an enabling environment for non-state actors to flourish. Please. Because if the government adopts a policy against non-state actors, the NGOs for that matter. If the government adopts that, then all these non-state actors, including BMF, my foundation, will find it so hard to work. President Mkapa created a base. I continued with it, and I'm glad it is now being sustained. Because the government alone will not be able to do everything. If you bring in many actors, including non-state actors, you would be able to do much more and a lot more. Excellencies, the example of President Benjamin William Mkapa of establishing his foundation inspired me on retirement to establish the Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete Foundation. We are dealing with a number of issues. On health, my foundation is more on maternal, child, newborn child, and adolescent health. However, we join forces with the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation and other players in the fight against HIV. For we know, when we struggle against maternal and child mortality, one of the causal factors is HIV infection. So we are not denying, or we are not denigrating the significance of also joining hands in the fight against HIV. At the personal level, let me reiterate that my championship of the HIV-free generation campaign will continue unabated. Your Excellency, Madam President, President of Zanzibar, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot I can say about the life and wonderful work done by my brother, my friend, my mentor for the people of Masasi, the people of Tanzania, the East Africa region, Southern Africa, Africa, and the world. It suffices to say what I've said today. But once again, I congratulate him for the wise decision he took to establish the Benjamin Mkapa Foundation. The foundation has been doing a tremendous job, which keeps reminding people, reminding us about the man behind the vision. Through the work of this foundation, through the work of his foundation, Ben Mkapa will always be remembered, and we will continue to live his legacy. Let's all of us keep praying to Almighty God to rest his soul, to rest the soul of our beloved President Benjamin William Mkapa in eternal peace. Amen. Thank you for your kind attention.